Hi everyone, Pamela Busby here. I am wanting to come live and do some card readings this afternoon, or energy readings. Let's see. And probably an energy readings too. We'll see what comes up. If you would like to join me, I would love to have you. Let's see. Okay, so let's see. Normally I start with a card reading for me while I'm waiting for people to join in. So I'm using actually I feel like I need to use my Pixie Lightworker Oracle deck. Hey Dawn, good to see you. Let's see. Hey Julie, hi Peggy. I feel drawn to, not enough room on my desk. One over here. I feel drawn to do one from my Pixie Oracle deck. So let's see what wants to come out. Hi Paulette, good afternoon. Hey Carol Marie, hope you're liking that chaga. I had a cup full just a little while ago. Let's see what wants to come through. All right. Okay, so this card, interesting. Of course, this hits home. You know, there are some people that feel badly about what they're capable of and not capable of. And I just had a reading from someone else too. And she brought this up, that there are actually some people that are scared of my abilities. And I thought that was very, very interesting. I understand it. I have had rejection over my lifetime about that happening. It's not fun. But it is something that happens. And I know that for a lot of people who are on their path, this is a concern that they have too. We tend to feel left out. We tend to feel like we don't fit in. You know what I mean? We are different because our capabilities are different. And how we look at the world is different. How many of you can relate to that? How many of you can relate to feeling the odd man out, or the odd woman out, the odd person out? I can remember even going to insurance meetings back when I was an insurance agent. No one ended up sitting next to me, and I always felt funny about that, you know? The odd one out. I couldn't do what other people could do, even though I had my own things happening inside. And that's what this card feels like to me. The rejection. Hey Paula. Carol says I have a cup going. Awesome. Hey Lori, good to see you. Hi Raymond. Look at this. I have 2 family members on. How cool is that? I love that. Oh, goodness. Hi, Allison. Hi, Anna. Julie says she can. Paulette says, oh boy, can I. Anna says, I do. Allison said, I always did as a child. It's uncomfortable. It is uncomfortable. I can remember being even with my family not that long ago at a family function and feeling the odd one out. Not because of my abilities, but just odd out, you know. Not like everybody else. And my family is very loving. They really are. But to those of us who are extra sensitive, it's a huge deal. So yeah, that's a huge deal. Okay, now it's interesting because this is a trauma deck and frequency is just starting to pour out. So I'm just going to bring it forward for everyone. If you have felt that way, feel free to claim this frequency too to help you. It's self-loving, self-compassion, and it's working on self-judgment. And it's so interesting because it's self-judgment which causes it to show up from others, right? I feel like I want to cry. I feel like I want to cry. I just want to share this to my group because I didn't do that. Yeah. And I'm just letting it come through. Allison says, I'm not like anybody else in my family. And she says, yes, I accept. Yeah. And it's not that our families aren't loving most of the time. We just tend to look at things a little bit differently. And we have our own paths too, don't we? Yeah. Self-love, self-compassion around self-judgment is what's coming out right now. Can you feel it? How many of you feel the energy, the healing energy of this? And if you know of any groups that might benefit from this, that'd be open to this kind of work, would you consider sharing so the word and the healing can get out even more? Please. Every time, every single time we release something, we increase the vibration on the planet. So everything we heal is important in that aspect. Paulette says, you've always taken a different path. Yeah. Peggy says, I accept. Thank you for sharing, Allison. My heart's just pouring out. Good. All right, so I'm going to go scroll through. Lori said she'd like a reading. So let me see what wants to come through for you. Let me see what deck wants to be used. So, my Sensitive Unicorn Oracle deck wants to come out for you, Lori. used this one live a whole lot, but it is one of my absolute favorites. And let's see what wants to come out. This deck specifically has energies, healing energies for depression, anxiety, self-esteem, and self-worth. Interesting. So this is the card that came out, and I'm just going to hold the image. And ironically, it does feel a round image. So I'm just going to hold this space. Allison, let me put you next on the list. I do feel drawn to you. Image of self. And again, this goes around self-love and self-judgment too. Lori says, right down my alley. It's a very interesting vibration that's coming out. Paulette, I will put you on the list too. I do feel drawn to you after Lori and after Allison. I'm just holding this, and it's very, very interesting. There's a lot of guilt and a little bit of shame in there too. So I'm just letting that frequency come out. Paulette says, I don't get to catch you very often when you're live, but on the rare occasion that I do, I always get this feeling of peace just listening to your voice. Oh, thank you. Oh, you're so welcome. Oops, that's really... Peggy, I got you down after Paulette. Heidi says, I was feeling so low during one of your frequency healings and was absolutely amazed at how my mood shifted in a huge way. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Would love a card today if you were drawn. Oh, thank you, Heidi. I've got you after Peggy. Again, this one is about self-love and self-judgment and what we're working on releasing today. Whew. I'm actually feeling a little bit nauseous as it works through. Let it work through. And I can feel it in my head. Oh, it is working very hard to release something for you. And again, although Lori is a representative, anyone who feels the need for this, just say, I accept. Allow it to work in your system too. It's right here available for you. There. I felt to work through that one. Good. And I'm feeling the energy work on, back off. So that's excellent. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Lori, for being the representative for that one. I think it's an important one for many of us. Esteem, self-worth. The quilt. Okay. That is, again, this is from, whoops, you can't really see it. The Sensitive Unicorn Oracle. And that's one of my decks. It's so cute, isn't it? It should be out for release, I'm hoping, sometime next month. We shall see, we shall see. Laurie said, have shivers down my body. Thank you, Pam. Mwah. Absolutely. Absolutely. Okay, so that's that one. Oops. Forgot these two cards. Allison, you are next. Let's see. I'm actually getting the Angels 5D Consciousness Oracle for you. Hey, Anne. This one is the 5D from the 5D deck. Oh, thank you. Okay, so Allison, yours is, where is your focus? Ooh, that one's getting me pretty good. Now it's interesting because I see this X on his chest, and I see that there's a lot of openness around him. And yet I'm also seeing this here, like something is being rejected, refused. So actually, Orion wants to come through and channel, so I'm going to step aside and let him do that. I am Orion. There are many things that catch our focus. And we understand that you on your path right now are looking to heal so many things within yourself. We applaud you for your effort. We see what you are looking to accomplish. And one of the things that we feel would benefit you at this time is to become more aware of the power of who you are and that you are not separate from all that is. You are uniquely you. And you are this shiny, bright star that is part of the all that is. Allow the reconnection even more to not only your higher self, which you are doing a fundamentally wonderful job, and further. Open up, 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 up. Further. Straight connection. Now, Orion himself is actually holding this space for you, Allison, and is bringing forward this frequency for you. And it's for everybody. It really is to help merge not only with your higher self, but up even higher. The feeling that I'm getting, me, Pamela, is that there's still the separation. And I feel like the frequency that he's bringing through is I am divine. Allow yourself to see yourself as we see you. One on the growing path, one on the return home to self. When you can acknowledge that you yourself are divine and own that fully, you will be reabsorbed into the oneness and yet understand your personal identity. She is a perfect example of this for all that are watching, including this one. You are one with the divine because you are the divine. Only you hold yourself separate from the divine. So I'm seeing all this rose goldish color. This is me, Pamela, speaking. And Orion is still here. He's holding the space. But somehow I'm able to talk anyway. I don't know how. And he's leaving. Wow. That was powerful. Anyone else feel that in their third eye? It's like, oh. I mean, I love it, don't get me wrong, but anyone else feeling that in their third eye? Lisa says, goosebumps. Anne says, gave me a shudder. Yeah. Hey, Theo. Allison said, I accept. Oh my God. And it's still coming through. But not only that is, I feel like it's affecting me really strongly. Like I'm seeing all these sparkles around me, kind of like the sparkles that are in there. Can you see in his background? You probably can't see too well. But I feel like that's in my body. I don't know. What did anyone else get from that? Allison says it's still coming. Yeah, it is. Anne says my brain is vibrating. Yeah. Paulette says remarkable. Could you feel it, Paulette? Oi. It is like pumping right through my heart out. Peggy says very lightheaded. Allison says, yes, I feel it in my brain. I'm literally feeling it pouring out of my heart, not just my hands. Like something broke free. Paulette says, yes, ma'am. Allison said, outstanding, love it. Yay! I want the whole world to experience this. I'm serious. I want the whole world to be this. Oh. If you can think of other places to share so that they can experience it too, okay? Let's not keep it just to us. Let's share it. What if a tremendous amount of people could feel what we just experienced? How would it shift things? Seriously, how would it shift things? Allison, thank you for bringing this one up. I am so grateful that we got to experience this today. So grateful that we got to experience this today. Okay, although I'm still buzzing, I feel like I'm being told to, okay, move on. Oh my goodness. Yes, thank you, Orion. Lori says, my body is still shivering and my hands are tingling out of my palms. Exactly. Breakthrough. Breakthrough, breakthrough, breakthrough. Paulette, you are next. Let's see what I'm feeling drawn to this deck again. But I feel like there might be one of the Pray to Mim ones too. I'm on fire. I feel like it for sure. Why your brain? I'm not sure. Maybe a new connection. Okay, so Paulette, I think you're getting two cards. One from the Angel deck and one from the Pray to Mim deck. They carry very, very different frequencies. The Pray to Mim deck is a whole deck of different frequencies. Like, one card has, like, the Acceptance card, I think has 22 frequencies in it. It is, like, so powerful. It is, I call it my, Witch's Kitchen Cupboard. Because it has so much in it. I mean, it's so cute, too. Oh, my goodness. So cute. This one actually is on available for those of you who are wondering. Okay, perspective and Paulette says, wow, my heart is racing. I know, right? These frequencies are not light. Oh, okay. So one card is perspective and the other is urgency. I'm sorry about the lighting. I don't know if I can get underneath it. Let me shut that thing off. How about now? There, you can see it way better now. Look at that. So, perspective. There. Perspective and urgency. And you know, I do feel, now it's interesting because, and I'm feeling a taste in my mouth too. So there's something about, I want to make sure I get this right. I want to make sure it's not my ego. Hey, Crystal. Is it my ego? Is it her ego? So, yeah. And that needs to shift. That's what I'm getting, and yet I hate to kind of say that, you know? How do you say, okay, your urgency, your perspective on urgency needs to shift? How do you do that? Okay. So I am actually feeling another frequency come out. And it's actually, this is interesting. It is a frequency called mental stillness. Okay, this is not something that I normally do, but I am feeling drawn to Paulette and anybody else who wants to experience this. I want you to draw this on your hand if you are wanting to participate in this. I want you to draw an S and a line down through with an arrow at the bottom. This is bringing stillness, mental stillness into your here and now. And I feel like it's vital for you to actually feel and experience this. So, okay, everybody, if you want to do it with me, okay? And normally I only teach this in my classes. Not this one in particular. I don't think I've even taught this one in my classes, but I want you to make an S on your palm. I want you to draw a line straight down with an arrow at the bottom. And I want you to do it on the other hand. I want you to draw an S, a line straight down with an arrow at the bottom. And I want you to hold it and tell me what you feel like. Tell me what you feel is happening. You put it... Alec, that's okay. It's the intention. But because it's energy... Alec, try putting it on both sides and see which one you feel more from. Experiment. And you're an awesome one to try that with because you'll feel the difference. Draw it on the back. See what happens. What you feel like. Then draw it on the palm and see what happens. Whew, it's strong. Can you feel that? What does it feel like in your body? What do you feel is happening? Hot hands. Paulette says, I feel like I really need this. I feel you do too, and apparently Spirit does as well. How do you feel inside? What do you notice as this frequency? Hot undermines it. Allison says, downloads coming through my palms. Anne says, major grounding. Dominic says, tingly. Hey, Dominic. Paulette says, Spirit knows what a hot mess I am. This is a frequency that you now have access to. You can choose to use it when you want to. Anne says, focus and awareness. Paulette says, I'm feeling grounded. Lori says, Pam, look who you're talking to. How does it physically feel? What is it doing for you? What is it doing for you? Can you taste that in your mouth? I've noticed that's a sensation that's really coming through for me lately. Different frequencies have different tastes. It's like, okay, can I ramp up my psychic abilities anymore? Actually, wait, speaking of that, my psychic abilities, can you see it? Experiment starts tomorrow. Spirits asked me to open more spots. Spirits asked me to open more spots. you've got less than 24 hours to sign up if you want in. And what we're doing is helping you to enhance your frequencies, your abilities even more. Even more, even more, even more. I'm not the odd one out. Allison says stillness. That's what it's for. I don't even know how to describe it, Anne. And each frequency tastes differently. I don't know why that is. Hey, Tim. Hi, honey. It starts tomorrow. If you want to ramp up your psychic abilities, Spirits asked me to open up more spots. I was going to stop at 10, and I did stop at 10. And yet Spirit today says, knock, 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 knock. Come on, let's allow some more in. So, okay, if you want in, you've got less than 24 hours to sign up. Allison says, interesting, I taste the ocean. Kim! Hi. Hi, Angela. So we're bringing through a frequency right now called stillness. And just to reiterate how you can bring it in, is you make an S on your palm with a line straight down with an arrow at the bottom. It looks like this in my horrible drawing. And draw it on both hands. Yeah, kind of copperish. Salty. Hey, Danielle. And you want to draw it on both hands. Hey, Tracy. See what it feels like for you. And remember, you can call it in anytime you want, and you can also ask it to leave anytime you want. We are not installing it. We're simply calling it from the outside. So you saw the symbol. You feel what it feels. I'm giving you permission to use it. Okay? Does anyone need me to go over how to draw it on your hand again? Can you feel it? Who felt it when they put it on their own hand? Hi, Caroline. Ooh, my hands are even more tingly. Absolutely. Absolutely. And Allison and Anne, both of you know how to install these. If you want to install them permanently, you are welcome to do so. Krista said I did. Angela said I did. Kim said yes, just did. Samantha said I did. Paulette says yep. Okay, so I'm going to stop bringing it through. I'm going to close it down from my end. And I'm going to show you all my sweet little Caroline. Yeah, I'm a good girl. Okay. Do you feel it stop? Did you feel it stop? Did you feel it stop? Danielle said, yes, I feel the freshness of the air on the palm of my hands. Oh, wow. Thank you for the stillness sign. But I want to show you that you can call on it. So I have stopped bringing it through, and I'm going to hold it down. So right now, I am not bringing it out. Okay? Can you all verify that? Can you all verify that you stopped feeling it? Heidi says, yes, my hands went from tingling to cold. Paulette says, I feel like I just got off a ride. Danielle says, yes, felt it stopped. Anne says, yep, and the taste is dissipating. Lori said, yes. Okay, I am not going to bring it through. I want you to bring it through. Draw the symbol on your hands. Draw the arrow, the S. Draw the symbol, the S, the line down with the arrow on the bottom. And then draw it on the other hand, the S, the line down, the arrow on the bottom. I want you to realize that you can call on this without me. Hey, Colleen. I want you to realize that you have the ability to call on this when you need it. What happened when you drew the symbol on your hand? No, you don't use the pen. You draw with your finger, Alec. Oh my goodness. Oh goodness. What happened when you drew the symbol? Danielle said, I just had called it down, and as soon as I was starting to draw it, I felt goosebumps traversing me through my entire body. Heidi says, amazing, I can do it. Puts the tingling back into my entire body. Lori says, can feel the symbol warm on my palms. Allison, you are so generous. Awesome. Alex says, it's stronger, I'll have to admit. Yes, because now your body is accepting it. And you are owning it. Do you understand the difference? Yeah, I'm not surprised, Paulette. The reason why your legs feel weak is because you've lost the grounding. Paulette, I'm going to add a piece to you, okay? And anyone else who's feeling really lightheaded, I want you to draw a down arrow underneath that symbol. So it would be like this. Oops, let's see. See how I did a down, this thing? Draw that underneath and see what happens. Yes, Alec, it would be excellent to use. Actually, I have there is one very particularly that I use to come back into my body. And it's very, very similar to this. Yeah. Without the S, basically. So you do a V with the down arrow, and that will help bring you back into your body more. Oh, you're so welcome. You're so welcome. Jessica, yay. Jessica, we just did a new frequency, and I'm excited because you know how to install them. Yay! So this is a symbol for stillness. Okay, so Jessica, here's stillness with grounding. Can you see it? It's the S with an arrow down, with a line down and an arrow at the bottom. And then for the grounding, you do the grounding symbol. Yes, this one would feel stronger because it allows you to go into the lower chakras too. Because remember, we said it was mental stillness. This grounding is adding it into mental and physical. Do you get the connection? Without the bottom one, it is mental stillness. Heart up. You add in the grounding and it's going to be physical stillness too. How's everyone feeling? Do you feel it? Do you feel it? I didn't bring it down, you did. Kim said, I felt that go all the way through my body with the arrow on the bottom. Good. Danielle says, very inspiring. Where did you find this symbol of mental stillness? I was downloaded it. It was a frequency that I've been given by my guides with the frequency work that I've been teaching. It's actually for the victim mentality and the psychic abilities program that I'm doing. It's meant to be used in that. Paulette says my phone keeps freezing. Yeah, it's pretty high energy. Pretty high energy. Okay. What I love, love, love is that as much as you saw me be able to bring it, you were capable of calling on it too. I just love that. Theo says, felt a heartbeat in both hands. Yep, as if playing ping pong with the beats of each hand. Absolutely, absolutely. It does affect your energy, your heart rate. Oh, thank you, Danielle. Alex says, I feel more clear-headed after you quickly showed me the second one. Yeah, you need that grounding one. Paulette says, I guess so. Yikes. Yeah, grounding will help with that too, Paulette. Okay. Yes, you can do it every day. Absolutely. You have the authority to use it. Carol says, palms of my hands are hot. Yes, this frequency is coming through you. Jessica says, wow, what a rush. You guys have no idea how thrilled I am that I get to share this with you. I swear to God, it's like why I do what I do. To see you all be able to do this too. And again, for any of you who want to enhance your psychic abilities, I do have, Spirit has asked me to open up some more spots on my psychic abilities experiment. Okay, we start tomorrow and it's $200 for the 4 weeks. When this is finished, the program will be longer, but it'll also be $2,500. But for anyone who gets in this one, it's only $200. I think there's even a 2-pay plan available, if I remember right. Spirit has asked me to open up more spots for it, even though the first 10 were filled within days. If you want it, you've got, I don't know, 12 hours or something. I don't know how many hours, 12, 15 hours to jump on board. And there's actually already a video in the group that will open up and work with your pineal gland and grounding as well, if you're interested. Oh, thank you, Danielle. Really, really, really love you, Pamela. Really, really, really. Oh, you are so sweet. This girl's on fire. That's what I said. Oh, you're so welcome. You're so welcome. Again, I'm not the only one that can do this. I just want to show you how. But not everybody wants the responsibility. Not everybody wants the responsibility. Allison, you're in there, aren't you? Oh, you're not. It's from 1:30 to 3. But as you know, the replays are like phenomenal too. And you can go back every day if you want to. Every day. And it boosts your psychic abilities. That's what we're looking to do. We're enhancing. And the one that's in there now too is about the pineal gland and grounding. And I actually brought in, I forget which one. But a powerful one today too. I just can't remember which one. Hi, Abelita. Okay, so that was Paulette's perspective and urgency. So that's that. How do I work? I'm not sure what you mean by that. The frequency class is actually Facebook Live just like this, and everybody gets to soak in the vibrations for about an hour. What I do is I actually connect you or connect the frequencies to your bioenergetic field and apply it. Okay? So that takes me out of the picture and connects you directly with the frequencies to work with you on your own level. And again, it's the hearing, sight, seeing, sensing, knowing. Balanced sensitivity, though. That one is huge. Yep, yep. Boosting psychic abilities. So that starts tomorrow for anyone who is interested. In the class, I mean, how do I work? Oh, you literally participate for the hour and a half, just like you just did, feeling the frequencies that I apply in your bioenergetic field. And you can visit the replay daily, but 4 weeks in a row, I go live and I connect you to that. I do disconnect you from, I disconnect it from your field at the end. And every time you go to the replay, it'll reconnect and disconnect. And it allows you, the frequencies literally work with your energetic gifts already and strengthens them. It's like having pure frequency come down on what you already have and bring them up to whatever level you are capable of. And we talk about intention right in the beginning of it too. So gently and safely, in whatever way is most beneficial to you. There is no homework other than spending time in that energy. And at the end, see where your abilities are. I set up a question in there to kind of rate yourself as to where you are now, self-assessment. Where you are, do you have experiences now? I mean, just keep note for yourself, and then after it, where are you at? What shifted? What did you grow? Purification of water with your abilities. Yeah, interesting. Interesting. Okay. So anyway, that starts tomorrow if anybody wants to jump on board. The first one reminded me of a crystal sound healing bowl for some reason. Loved it. Interesting. Yeah. Okay, Lori. See you. Okay. Peggy, you are next. I want to... Actually, I feel drawn to use the Pray to Mim deck for you. Okay. So, yes, washes away blocks. Peggy, your card is realistic. And what's interesting is when I was making these cards, you'll see that there is a bouquet of flowers here. It's the exact same bouquet of flowers here that she's holding. Can you see that? It's the exact same bouquet of flowers. So it's not really about being realistic. It's actually about knowing what you're capable of. And it's funny because the word realistic does actually apply. We don't necessarily understand what we're capable of. We're realistic of what we have seen around us. For instance, did you know, until you just did it, that you were capable of bringing in frequency, just like you did? Did you know you were capable of that? How many of you watching right now, before you watched today's and actually brought through the frequency yourself, did you know that you were capable of doing that? Let me know. Can you send me some hearts? Let me know. Look at all the hearts. I love that. Jessica says, no, I was not. Yeah. I'm still in the stillness frequency. It's kind of interesting. I almost feel like I'm in slow motion. Look at all those hearts. Thank you. Abdelita, same, right? This is the thing. Until we know it's possible, we don't know we can have it. And do you know how many frequencies are available to you? Oodles. There's some in this card. There are some in these cards. There are some in my Sensitive Unicorn Oracle. All of these are infused with frequency. All of them. This one carries, I forget how many, 60 cards that have 5D consciousness in them. This one has 82 cards with frequency in them. When you use these cards, you have access to the frequencies. But I'll tell you a secret. If you can call up the image, you can call up the frequency in your mind. When you hold and meditate with this card, you have the ability to work with this frequency. It's not just me, folks. It's not just me. So Peggy, you're capable of so much more than what you realize. You only have to allow the door to open for you to find out that you're capable of it. It's right there. And she's got it now, just like you. You can use that frequency anytime you need it. And the more you use it, the stronger it'll get, just so you know. Jessica says, me too. I feel like I'm sitting in a whole bunch of waves. You probably are. Okay. And now we've got Heidi. What one do we want for Heidi? Oh. So Heidi, Metatron wants to work with you. So these cards have been infused with Metatron's healing energies, because that's one thing I do, right? Metatron has worked with me. Actually, I've got oodles of different frequencies. I've got Melchizedek, Archangel Michael, Dragon, Samurai, Fairy, Pixies, Merlina, Mermaid, Unicorns, Stephen. I have frequencies for tarot decks and oracle decks. If you're interested in having your own deck infused, check out my website. There is information on there. But Heidi, I feel like Metatron wants me to work with this deck with you. And this deck has 78 healing frequencies in it. And let's see what one wants to come forward for you. Okay, so 8 of Swords is what's coming out for you. Okay, so actually he wants to tell you himself. So I'm going to set myself aside and let him come through. Hey, Lisa. Lisa, I brought through another frequency with a symbol. Since you know how to use them, you're welcome to watch the replay and you get a free symbol download if you're interested. Okay, so 8 of Swords. Metatron wants to come out and say something. And let's see what he wants to say. When you acknowledge your position, you indicate all the perimeters that have been set up by you, for you. You alone can release them. You alone have the authority to dictate which shall be there and which shall not. Allow yourself the inner knowing of your circumstance from the perspective of Creator. When you allow yourself to see any situation and all situations as your choice, you will understand how to move mountains. Do not let justifications of circumstances to dictate your stories as they are repeated. Create again. Allow yourself to understand that all circumstances are based on your perimeters. Before, now, and always. As you continue to move forward in this lifetime, remove the thorns as you find them, and do not speak of them again. Do not allow the thorn to be replanted by speaking it again. You are creative. You are powerful. You are unique. You are so loved. You are strong and capable. You are weak when you choose. And sometimes weakness is actually a strength because of the surrender. Surrendering to the power of the all that is that you are. The oneness. The arms of love. Wow, he is powerful. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. What did I miss? Danielle says, I did know because I'm a Reiki Usui master and Teo Hands practitioner. Awesome. Awesome. Yep. There's so many frequencies available. It's awesome. I'm glad that you're using them. How can you buy some of those cards? They're available on my website, PamelaBusby.com. Can someone type PamelaBusby.com in the comment box for me, please? Sounds like he was talking to me too. I think he's talking to all of us. Oh, I know, right? And I put out a post yesterday or today. It's like, we don't know what we don't know, do we? Yeah, I love Metatron too. Oh. Heidi says, I love A Metatron. I call on him often. Wow, what an incredible message. It was perfect. Thank you so very much. I really needed that. Thank you, Heidi. Oops, there's no space in there. There we go. Thanks, Julie. Thank you. I appreciate that. Actually, that was my last card reading for today, Jessica. I have a call right about now and then supper after that. But again, this is a last call for anyone who is considering signing up for my Psychic Abilities Enhancement frequency experiment. It starts tomorrow, It's $200 for the 4 weeks. You can watch the replays as many times as you want. Every time you use them, you will gain more. Trust your body when to use them. And thank you, thank you, thank you for bringing up the stillness frequency that we worked with today. May it be a blessing to you. Feel free to use it. Use it, use it, use it. And I would love to know your experience with it. Okay. With that, I am going to close up for today. Again, may this be a blessing to each and every one of you. Sending you all so much love. Bye for now, everyone.